Hey Virgos. I'm back. Yay. I'm so excited to do a reading for you guys today. Got my mic. I was going to do a reading for you last night and I literally conked out. I was so exhausted from like building furniture and stuff. So sorry about that, guys. All right. But I should be back regular at this point. So yay. Okay. So if you guys are interested in gaining access to my extended readings, just go ahead and hit join and sign up for Virgo Bombshell membership, and that gives you access to approximately 25 extended readings for Virgos every single month. And also, if you'd like to sign up to win a personal reading with me for free, then just hit like and subscribe and comment down below, I am loved. So, universe, what can you tell the person on my Virgo's mind romantically? How does this person feel towards Virgo, and what will be their next actions towards Virgo? Right. How does the person on my Virgo's mind feel towards Virgo? And what will be their next action towards Virgo? Emperor, you could be dealing with an Aries, but it's in the reverse. I feel like this is someone who might feel a desire to be a bit authoritative or to silence any conflict. Or I feel like what that could be saying is that this person is seeing that how they have let other people influence them, and they're taking authority over that and they're stopping it because they're seeing how that has destroyed their authority in their own life, and it's possibly even messed up their fate with you. So with the Nine of Cups in the reverse to the Empress in the reverse, I'm sensing that this Empress in the reverse could either be a mother figure or a karmic figure, because it is in the reverse. I feel like what this is saying is that there has been a third party, perhaps, that has been enabling overindulgence, but that they also are not nourishing. This is somebody who maybe like manipulates your person and sort of like rejects them, doesn't nourish them, so that they'll be unhappy and like do what they want. Here you are with the King of Wands in the reverse. So you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign, so an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. But this is this person not having taken action towards you, and I feel like this could also be your person knowing that they haven't taken action towards you, and feeling very unhappy about the results that has had. I feel also here like this person knows that they can't come back in a sneaky way with you, that you will have them figured out, that you will totally have them figured out, and you'll probably tell them as well. You know, it's like if this person has some kind of a toxic third party where this person, you know, what I've been sensing a lot in your readings lately, guys, is for some of you, a toxic third party where your person is almost like in tight, almost pushed, even if not verbally pushed, they are, you know, kind of subconsciously, subtextually influenced to go out and get energy from other third parties, you know, potentially you. And this is your person knowing that like Virgo's gonna know, you know, and that even if they aren't coming in that kind of a sense, that you might think that they will. And so you're gonna shut them down. You know, like they can't trick you, they can't manipulate you, they can't have strategy that is going to overcome you, because, you know, the cat's out of the bag. The secret's, you know, you see everything. And you're going to share the fact that you see it, essentially, and you're not going to give them the benefit of the doubt this time around, is what I'm sensing. Yeah. And with the Page of Swords in the reverse, I'd say that they definitely they're wondering, this could be somebody, maybe you moved recently, and this is somebody who is like, they don't know where you live. Like they can't figure out, maybe they've been driving by your place and you're gone now, or something along those lines. But this is somebody who doesn't know how you feel about them. And it's causing them, you know, concern. Here we have the Chariot in the reverse to the Four of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like this is saying that like the potential situation with housing, like they don't know where you are. And yeah, it's like you are somewhere in secret. Could be definitely dealing with a Cancer sign. Okay. All right, so is there anything else for my Virgo's person and how they feel towards Virgo? Yeah, basically they know that they cannot breadcrumb you, that if things are not equal, it's like they know that things have not been equal. They know that things have not been balanced. They could also personally be going through a lot of instability, but I feel like what this is for them is they're feeling unstable because they don't know where you are. For some of you, yeah, they don't want this to be over. They're trying to avoid the feeling that it's over. They want intimacy with you, and they want to put work into it. And I feel like they might be trying to work on themselves in hopes of like there being this outcome of love between the two of you. Maybe they're thinking that they can delay it, put it off, and that something, that they after they've worked on themselves, that they can come back towards you. Yeah. And that, yeah, so they're definitely, it's like with the Hanged Man here, this could be someone who's trying to delay and put something off, because they feel like if they can make themselves better or they can make the situation better, that you'll be more likely to be willing to compromise with them and cooperate with them. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups, this is somebody who definitely wants to reach out, but they are afraid of heartbreak. And so they're kind of avoiding the truth right now and avoiding conversation or interaction, because they feel, and just communication, because they feel like they would not be successful. All right, so universe, what can you tell me about this? Oops, sorry guys, an alarm went off. What can you tell me about this Ten of Cups in the reverse, the Empress in the reverse? This definitely feels like a potential toxic third party. It's like this is somebody who this person is bound somehow with this person, even if it's just spiritual. It could be legal, it could be like marriage, but they're bound with this person, and they're trying to not feel this sinking despair of realizing, what they've done by binding themselves into this person. Again, this really feels like somebody who controls them with an iron fist, who wants to keep them in bondage. Like if this is somebody who has childhood wounds, maybe from mother wound, this person uses these wounds against your person. This third party uses these wounds against your person to manipulate them, to get what they want out of them. So it's like, this feels like potentially like a person with a third party. It could just be like mother wound issues, but this is, and this could just be somebody trying to not feel hopeless and maybe overindulging in like substances, things like that, to try to distract themselves from, from how they feel about you. But with bitterness in the reverse, they're trying to not face what they think could be true with you. They're trying to hide from the feeling that this could be over, and the feelings, that brings up in them, but they definitely feel abandoned. I feel also, for those of you, this is like somebody with a toxic third party, that it's a fear of abandonment that keeps them together. It's a fear, but your person is barely holding on to this person, but it's just because this person is incredibly manipulative. They know how to work your person. They know how to access those wounds of abandonment from perhaps childhood or mother wound, to manipulate your person into staying and not, into not leaving. And, this is keeping your person bound. And, and so this is someone who, it's like they're keeping your person clinging and holding on, but it's destroying their masculine energy. They're very much like subdued to this toxic feminine energy. Okay. So what is this Nine of Cups in the reverse to the Empress? Yeah, this person's, oh gosh, yeah. Your person sees this person as a pure mistake. If this is a third party, and they think that waiting at time or cycles, waiting for the right time is going to bring an opportunity for them to get away from them. Or this is just your person feeling that they've made a mistake with you and recognizing that. And oh, again, I'm seeing 13 here. So, and today's the 13th. And so maybe your person is going to try and find an excuse to speak to you today. But underneath the deck, we have beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted, stress and pain, an open heart in the reverse. Your person is trying to hold on to hope with you. They're trying to believe. It's like they're not taking, this is your person, it feels like they're almost trapped inside a glass ball here. They feel like they can't take action, or they feel bound. Even, I feel like it's artificial in a lot of ways. But this person is still, they're just, even in that state, they're just looking at you. You're the one that they want. You're the one that they're hoping for. And they're in very great stress and pain, that they feel like maybe your heart is closing to them. Really, truly, because of the pain of what they've caused in your life. Universe, what is this? Oh. And so they're trying to distract themselves. And not go into the depth of things. They're trying to manufacture a state of confusion or cloudy judgment so that they don't have to look at what they believe they've lost with you. Because I feel like, if anything, your person has just kind of like messed this up by inaction. They just haven't taken action over and over and over, and they haven't communicated over and over and over. And that's just caused the inevitable, which is that you would, write them off and just kind of let it go. What is this Seven of Swords in the reverse to the High Priestess in the reverse? Distance, separation, space, blockage. I feel like it's not just physical or emotional distance, it's also mistrust. I feel like that as each day passes, you become more distrustful of this person, and that you become also, yeah, there's a sense of conflict inside of you, and it's like it increases this sense of like being in conflict with this person, where you don't feel like you could trust them if they came back, or basically this, yeah, you're at a breaking point with this person. Let me just shuffle this deck. So what is this Seven of Swords in the reverse to the High Priestess in the reverse? This person is hoping, though. They're still hoping that there's a possibility here. But again, and with confusion in the reverse, this is somebody who knows they need to step out of their confusion, their confused energy. They need to take action. With the Chariot in the reverse, it's almost like they're just trying to manufacture, a reason for them to not have to do what they're scared to do, which is approach you. And I don't even feel like this person is a coward when it comes to facing the music. I feel like what they're scared of is what will come after, which is the intimacy. And if this is an avoidant person, then it's like they know that will come after, and that's what they're scared of, is the vulnerability. What is this Seven of Swords in the reverse to the High Priestess in the reverse? Yeah, I feel like this person might try to come in for some, and act like they're not serious, or act like they're just kind of playing, like they're not invested. They might try to find a reason to talk to you, maybe to like wish you happy birthday or something along those lines. But basically, they know they need to get these third-party influences out of their life. I think that you, speaking to them, have made them aware. I think also what I'm sensing here is a warning that either they already understand or that someone needs to receive through this reading, is that if you receive clarity and truth from a prophet or a sage or a priest, a reader, whoever, and you don't, and you know that it's correct in your life, and you don't take action, and you don't take action, and you don't take action, then each day, and you keep coming into agreement with sin and people who would abuse you over and over and over, what happens is that eventually the wisdom and the knowledge, even, which is essentially the choice to leave abuse, begins to fade out, because you're making the choice to realign and realign and realign to toxic energy that wants to abuse you. Eventually, you even lose the ability to choose to leave it, because you have abandoned the wisdom and the advice that was given to you. And what ends up happening is that you stop being able to see the abuse. It's like in your mind, it fades out. In your spirit, the ability to see through it fades out, because you've continuously come into agreement with it over and over and over. And either your person realizes this, or they need to hear this, that it's like you can't just keep going back and going back and going back, because eventually what happens, and it doesn't even necessarily take that long, but eventually what happens is that you lose perspective on the fact that that person is even abusing you, or that situation is even abusing you. And then once you've lost that sense of perspective, you no longer really even have the choice to leave, because it just feels like normalcy to you. Yeah. And that chance just becomes shattered. You lose that truth. You lose that chance, even for yourself. So I feel like that's kind of something that your person needs to see here. I feel like that's the core message here, is that your person needs to realize it's not just about love or romance. Your ability to even, like, did you see through the abuse or whatever it was? For the people in here who's, if there's a cross watcher, did you see through the abuse of what your mother wound or this potential third party did to you before Virgo came into your life and maybe pointed it out to you? Did you see it then? You need to recognize that the element that has made you see it is the advice or the vision or the cognition, the spirit that Virgo has brought into your life. And if you continuously violate that and choose against it, you will eventually, if not very soon, lose the capacity to even connect to that truth, to put, as a means of setting yourself free. So, I feel like this is saying, you don't get emotional. It's not about emotion. Yes, emotion is fun and it's cathartic. Sometimes we just need to think and act and take action. And sometimes, we need to step away from our emotions and our need for emotional validation. So I feel like that's the message for your person, guys. I'm going to grab some timing cards for you. Okay. So, universe, when can my Virgo expect to hear from their person? Oh, August. August could at least be an important month for some of you, and 22 could be like maybe your person was born in August or you were born in August. Next couple of months is here, 43. Then for some of you, it's time to move forward. And I feel like this is just saying that whether or not it's going to work out with you and your person, that your best outcome will happen by you just not thinking about it and sort of separating yourself from it. Focusing on something else, focusing on your own life and your own goals. And then things that will actually speed it up. I also feel like this could be a message for your person. It's time to move forward. Like, it's time to take action. Whether you're moving towards Virgo or not, I'm certain that no one should be in a toxic relationship. Is there anything else? Another card. All right. Give it time. It's in the works. Okay. So, is there anything else, universe? Any other timing that my Virgo should expect to hear from their person? Oh, any other card to show when my Virgo will hear from their person by the end of the day? And 46. And with these fireworks, there could be some kind of a celebration that you're going to or having, and by the end of the week. So, and 51 could be an important number for some of you. All right, Virgos, this is your reading. I'm going to move into your extended, and I hope you have a wonderful day.